Hello. So I'm here to talk a little bit about multiple sclerosis and anxiety. And it's been hard the past couple of weeks just dealing with, oh my gosh, I've got something else that I've got to deal with. So what I've came up with is, number one, just breathe. Just Desmond, just breathe. It's going to be okay. Number two, the reason I think I realized something was wrong, I, for one, put it off on asthma. If you are an MS warrior and something is different in your world, something's different in your body, your mind, the way you feel, but you can't quite put your finger on it, go to the doctor, because we don't feel like most people feel. Like if someone feels a certain pain or feels something's off, if that happens to be a part of our body that is numb, or the part of our body that isn't isn't functioning properly, that could put us in a state that can make matters worse. So I got scared enough. I was talking to my husband on the phone, and I felt another one coming last Wednesday, and I said, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm making a doctor's appointment. So they got me in there the same day, and they diagnosed me on the spot. It kind of wasn't a surprise, really. Anxiety kind of follows multiple sclerosis. So how do you deal with it? Number one, remember the things that get you in that state, that panic state. Number one, heat does for me, which, kind of makes sense because warriors have a hard time with heat altogether. If it gets too hot, it's hard for us to breathe. If our core gets overheated, it's not a good situation. So number one, for me, I try to stay cool. So I have a little spray bottle with water that came through the mail. It was kind of cool. And just this week, I got a fan, a portable fan. You plug it into your cell phone. So that also helps keep me cool. Also with some other, I think we talked about frog togs the last time. A frog tog is like one of those cooling cloths, and what it does is the humidity in the air works against your body temperature. It keeps your temperature regulated, and those are great, especially if you go to a place like Carowinds. Last year it was my life. So just be safe out there, and slow down. When you feel yourself getting frustrated, stop whatever you're doing. And I must say that with this organization, right now, I'm practically doing everything by myself. So I understand that I've not been blogging as well, but that's because I'm working on a whole lot of other things right now. I can only do what I can do, which now I may have to slow down a little bit. So if things change, that's okay. I'm trying to plan a couple of events right now, which again, I have to balance, which is it's our mission statement. We focus on walking toward balancing a new walk of life. So we're stepping towards balancing a new walk of life. So when things like this comes around, as long as you kind of keep that close at heart, you can remember that this is just something else that I have to balance. You just balance it, Desmond, and anybody else who's going through these issues. And this is not just a multiple sclerosis issue. Anxiety and depression is real. So if you know of a family member, if you know of anybody in your life who is dealing with stress and depression, I wasn't diagnosed with depression, but I don't know what that entails. I'm not a counselor. I don't do that. But in order to take care of myself, I also have to now realize that, hey, you may have to take the rest of the day off, Des. If you don't finish posting, or you don't finish making those phone calls or sending that literature out that you needed to do, then it's okay. You have multiple sclerosis. So my message to you, warriors, MS warriors, and anybody else who is dealing with anxiety, just slow down and remember that it's going to be okay. A couple of quick tips I found that I didn't mean to. I stripped and laid across the bed on my stomach. And for the first time, I could actually get my breaths deeper. Then I started singing. And then I was able to breathe better by doing that. So those are just some tips. Someone told me use tranquil music. That doesn't work for me. I'm not tranquil. Nothing about me is tranquil. I don't listen to tranquil music. It doesn't do anything. It actually agitated me more. So, I have to pull out Tasha Cobbs and the William Murphys and the Shayna Wilsons and the Jessica Reedies and all those to calm me down. But that's because that's the walk that I choose to walk. Everybody has a different walk. So stay strong. If you have questions, message me. Like I said, we're busy trying to do a few things, but keep stepping and check us out at stepforme.org. Have a good day.